I started thinking about coaching as a suggestion of my friend. Um, because a few years ago, I was at the point in my life when I felt really unhappy and I felt trapped. I felt like I'm not going anywhere. Um, I felt like I'm in prison in my life. There were a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties. I wasn't happy in any area of my life. I wasn't happy at work. I had problems in my personal life. I wasn't feeling particularly healthy. And I was also living in a place in a flat that I owned, but it was heavily mortgaged and I couldn't get out of it. And so I had all these problems and I couldn't see how I can solve them. And there were so many of them that it was just overwhelming to think about it. And at that point, I felt like my life is over. All the good things happened in the past. Nothing's good is happening now, and it will not happen in the future. Nothing's good's waiting for me. And I felt like I have no purpose. And I was looking around and other people my age, older, younger, they were enjoying life and making progress. And I thought, what's wrong with me? How I can tackle this? And I remember talking to a friend of mine, and she said, I am also having some problems in life that I'm solving, and I have sessions with a coach. So think about it. Maybe this is something that you could try. And she made me think. And around about the same time, I happened to see Katrina's post online, and that's how it all started with my coaching experience. Yes, as I said, I had problems everywhere, and it felt. I remember describing this to you as, Katrina, I'm in despair and I feel like I'm in prison. I literally feel like I have these walls around me and there's no window, no door. How can I escape? It's all too much. And you said to me, maybe if you try to solve one problem, tackle one issue, and we called it, just try to deal with one wall, turn it down. Maybe when you do this one, the rest will follow, and you will start making changes in your life and seeing that it's possible. So after that session or coaching session that we did, and you said it, I thought, wow, okay, I'm intrigued, but how can I do it? Okay, I have these few areas. Which one can I start with to allow this? And it took quite a few weeks, or even like a couple of months of me like thinking, okay, which one is best? How can I deal with it? I started with actually work, and because back then I wasn't making enough money, I wasn't happy at work. I tried to find a different job, but that was really difficult. Then pandemic started, and actually it was even more difficult to find a new job, and my salary got reduced. So I thought, okay, no, so let's try something different. And then I thought, how about I try to sell my flat? It seems completely impossible. It's heavily mortgaged. I can't afford it. I'm stuck here for life. And but it was already in my head, this idea. And one day I saw a note downstairs in my building. Someone was selling a flat very similar to mine in the same building. And I thought, and they put the price there. And I thought, wow, okay, how about I put mine on the market as well? It just got me like it was like a wake-up call. Maybe I can try. I was still fighting with my insecurities, with like this hopeless vision of my life. But I thought, okay, I have to be brave. I did it. I put an advertisement and I got some people viewing very quickly. They made me an offer. And I was like, wow, how is this possible? And I sold my flat. I no longer live there. So that was one wall that I turned down, and I think it was. Now when I look back, it looks like a miracle because it's just like impossible. But I think it happened because I opened up for this opportunity. I changed something in my head, my mindset, and I was actively looking for solutions. That's why. So that's one wall that I destroyed in my life, one progress. And I remember, Katrina, you said, maybe if you deal with one wall, uh, things will follow. A few months later, I got a really interesting job offer. I just started this new journey and it looks really, really nice. It looks like a huge improvement in my professional life. So you were right. Once we deal with one thing, it looks like maybe the rest will really happen. Yeah. So it's a mindset, I would say, that it's possible. I think, now I'm at the point when I really appreciate coaching and I really see huge values of it. However, a few years ago, I think the mistake I was making, I didn't believe in it. I thought it was just like talking about some things that I wasn't really understanding. I thought it was something for maybe rich people who have time on their hands, who can talk about feelings, thought, future. I thought it was very expensive and, it's not worth the money. So I think, now looking back, when I understand that sometimes we get really trapped in life and it's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to help ourselves. Sometimes we need strangers, external people to help us look at our life and what we do, at our problems from a distance and guide us. And we have to open ourselves for this and be positive and open-minded. So that's the advice that I would give. Money was a big issue because the idea of coaching was great, but when I looked at expense of it, and at the time I was actually struggling with money, I thought, there's no way I can justify this because I'm always really extra careful with money. I had mortgage. And as I said, I didn't believe it would be worth it. Now, when I understand how it works and what positive changes it can bring in life and in the way we feel, I have absolutely no regrets. I spend the money and I'm not even like looking back, and I never did since the moment I started coaching sessions. First of all, I would say that I'm still in a transition time because I'm still doing coaching with you. So I have a long way to go from someone I was to start with and someone who I want to be. However, I feel like I'm already a different person, and it feels great. Before I started, I felt very happy. I was in despair, and I lacked purpose in my life. I like the feeling that there's hope, that there's something better out there for me. Um, Also, I didn't like myself, and I didn't have any self-confidence. So first of all, coaching helped me to understand that you should think in life about yourself, and you shouldn't really think about what other people think of you and whether they approve what you do, who you are. As long as you do what makes you happy, that you remain your integrity, that you're being yourself, genuine, not perfect, but yourself, um, and that you believe that there's something better out there for you. That's the main thing for me, because I was and I still am a people pleaser, and I constantly focus on what other people think, what other people feel. So coaching, the big insight I got from coaching is like, don't focus on other people's feelings and thoughts. Focus on you, how you feel. Focus on your dreams. Because thanks to coaching, I started dreaming again, and I believe in my dreams, and I want to make them come true. Another really crucial thing that I learned during coaching is that how important it is to actually like myself, be my friend, be my best friend, and like love myself, take care of myself, do nice things to myself. Most of my life, I thought doing these nice things to myself and caring how I feel is selfish, that I should focus on other people. But actually now I realize that when I do nice things for myself, when I make sure I'm happy, not only I feel better, but people around me are more happy. They find me more attractive. They respect me more. They're actually inspired by me, and by this, I feel like I make the world a better place because everything around me is better. And it's not only about me; it's about everybody. I can do better things for other people when I'm more happy. Yeah. So that's the biggest insight that I have from coaching, that I never thought was possible and was a good thing. And now I appreciate it. What I want to say is, thank you for being a great coach and being an inspiration, not only, for your work and coaching you help, but also by being who you are, by sharing things from your life. You really inspire. And it gives a really big kick in my life to, yes, these things are possible. Just keep improving, keep evolving. Because another thing that I didn't say, but I thought back when I was really in despair, is the worst thing that can happen in my life is if nothing changes, if it stays as it is. That's like the worst. If I'm just like in stagnation, evolving, learning, even sometimes it's even difficult and challenging, but it's rewarding at the same time.